Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to your March 2024 horoscope. And here today, I'm going to look at the main astrological events happening in March, and I'll tell you how they will influence your zodiac sign, more specifically your ascendant sign on a deeper level. So, here, this horoscope is most accurate for your rising sign. However, you can also watch it for your moon sign or your sun sign if you wish, just to get a bigger picture and a wider perspective upon your life. I follow Western astrology and tropical zodiac. So, welcome. Now, we start the month with Venus still in the sign of Aquarius. So, that's your fourth house, and your home and family dynamics have been really strongly highlighted, emphasized. Also, your parents could have been very much in the picture throughout the month of February. And now, as we begin the month, we've got Venus and Uranus square. So Uranus is activated here in your area of relationships, partnerships, still at that 19th degree, the degree at which Uranus stationed direct back in January. So Uranus is now regaining its strength and is starting to move in a much faster motion. So what is this about? Venus is all about harmony, balance, charms, sensual energy. And here with in the fourth house, it can bring a lot of harmonious energies and moments. But when Venus squares Uranus, here suddenly you might actually, and at the same time, your first house as well, depending where your ascendant is present at what degree, because this will be also significant, you might have this really strong urge to break free from any limiting energies, but also here with that Uranian influence, relationships, partnerships. If there are some people in your life that generally make you feel like you can't move forward, make you feel limited with your options, and generally here, if you've been kind of trying to move away from them, but it didn't really work. Now, Venus square Uranus might trigger some emotions, some feelings. Here, the fourth house is very much connected to that emotional area of our psyche. And here, Uranus and Venus square, and this could be also connected to family dynamics as well. You feel like there are some family members that are really that you don't really connect to well, then here you might want to distance yourself, or you might want to do things differently moving forward. So generally here, yes, there is this massive energy that is pushing you to kind of break free from any limiting relationships, partnerships, memberships, even if you feel like you're not getting enough from enough support from a certain membership or connection, whatever it is. Here, you might decide you want to move away. So overall, this square can generally mean some sudden changes, also dynamics in your personal relationship, in your marriage, in your love life. There could be a certain degree of disruption here. This is a square. Squares are connected to tense energy that often require us to push a little bit forward and implement some efforts to resolve the dilemma that may emerge around this time. It could be pretty unexpectedly. Now, it's really essential to be just generally flexible in these initial days of March in order to get through these energies, because it is temporary. Venus is a fast moving planet, so it's a couple of days influence. Something that might come up, it will dissolve as quickly as it appears. So here with that flexible, open-minded, adaptable approach, you can just get through these energies. Perhaps it's time to set clearer boundaries with some people in your life, healthy boundaries, but also boundaries that will help you to have your own space, especially if you feel like someone is crossing the boundaries and so you haven't done or said anything to make it stop. Right. So, yes, so generally here it's all about moderation and finding that healthy balance between your independence, your autonomy, and also your desire for these one-to-one connections, collaborations, and perhaps compromise could be also here a way out. All right, so now we've got then we've got the 10th of March Pisces new moon at 20 degrees, so brand new cycle, and this new moon is connected to the lunar eclipse in Pisces that will take place next year in September. So this is a big new moon because it's not just a regular a new moon that connects to a lunar eclipse. It's a significant one. We've got Neptune and Saturn circulating around this new moon. Saturn is all about well, stability, structure, discipline, order. It brings a lot of realistic, practical grounding energy. At the same time, Neptune can create a little bit of confusion, delusion, lack of clarity. But at the same time, I think this is connected generally. This is about first of all that need to find a healthy balance between your need for fun, pleasure, and leisure, but also your need for perhaps more structure in your relationship, in your romantic sphere of life. Perhaps you'll be implementing some new goals, strategic goals, perhaps objectives when it comes to your parenting style. And this is also connected to your business, self-expression, that ability to express yourself freely, authentically. This is really, really here emphasized throughout this month because we will have more happening in this area of your life, along with Mars moving here and other conjunctions, which I will cover in a moment. So yes, it's all about new beginnings because it's a new moon. But at the time of a new moon, the moon is dark. Sometimes we lack clarity when it comes to what is really going on. But if you write things down and see how your goals or ideas evolve throughout the next few months, then perhaps this will also help you to make better decisions because with Saturn involved, this is generally about something that actually can be long lasting, stable, but at the same time, it can have long lasting outcomes and results. If you're thinking about a new business or a new service that you want to implement, or perhaps if you're going to work with a brand new client, perhaps this is going to be a long-lasting connection. And here next year in September, this could be a time when you either complete this project or idea goal. Perhaps this could be when things just move to the next level. So if you follow the moon story, you can actually work more consistently, more effectively, because you know when generally there could be this change of direction or when things could be coming to fruition, at least substantially. So yes, new beginnings in the area of self-employment, your business, new creative projects, new interests, new hobbies, new goals when it comes to your children or your parenting style, perhaps more structure and yes, more structure. I want to say more order, but I don't know if this is the right word in your romantic side of life as well. Perhaps a date could be here as well on the horizon as well. And then we've got the Sun and Neptune conjunction the 17th at 27 degrees. And this is a very creative time around the 17th, a time of heightened intuition. Perhaps you'll be teaching. If you're involved in anything to do with mindfulness, yoga, or any spiritual work, perhaps you'll be teaching, guiding others, helping others around this time. It's a very creative, inspiring time. So you might receive this massive boost of creative, spiritual energy as well. Perhaps you'll be enjoying a spiritual retreat, or perhaps expressing your creative, spiritual ideas in some interesting way. Okay, now if you meet someone around this time, because you might do, especially if you're out and about or at new workshops, festivals, events, then this could be a really deep and interesting connection, especially since on the 21st, we've got the the Venus and Saturn conjunction at 12 degrees of Pisces. And here with Venus being the planet connected to that sensual and energy connected to harmony and balance. And here again, Saturn is highlighted, structure, discipline, order. Now, for some Scorpios, this could be about a specific connection becoming stronger and more serious, moving into the next stage or level. Or perhaps this is about your creative project or business. and perhaps you'll be implementing some important ideas. Perhaps there's a new connection, new female client who will really, really inspire you and help you to move to the next stage and the next level. Now you've got this desire here, or you might have this desire for stability, when it comes to your romantic side of life, especially creative self-expression, healing of that inner child as well. And I think it's also about finding that healthy balance between structure and spontaneity as well. Because sometimes too much rigidity, too much order, too much discipline can generally stop that ability to be or to live more of a carefree lifestyle, especially since Saturn is here since last year. Since there isn't that much fun at the moment. It might be all about hard work, responsibilities, and there isn't that much fun going on. But there will be, once we start the eclipses on the Virgo and Pisces axis, and the nodes move here. There will be a shift. There will be new friendships. There will be new connections as well. But for now, the energies are slightly focused in different areas of life. Now, on the 22nd, we've got Mars moving into Pisces, and that's a 6 to 8 weeks influence. And here again, it's you get this massive boost of motivation, inspiration, and this strong desire to get involved in some creative, artistic projects, hobbies, interests, business. And it's a really, really busy time, and perhaps there's a lot of passionate energy as well when it comes to your romantic side of life, love life as well. You might feel more confident about yourself, about when it comes to that ability to express yourself, because Mars brings a lot of confidence, drive, motivation, and it's just things just move quicker as well. If you feel like you've been stuck in the rut with some project or your business, Mars will push things forward, will motivate you, and perhaps do things slightly differently. Now, this transit can also bring certain degree of perhaps a sense of urgency, impatience as well when it comes to seeing some substantial outcomes and fruits of your efforts. Saturn slows things down, but I think with good planning and consistency, you can really achieve so much here, depending on what's going on in your life here when it comes to your business, creative side of life, or even romance. I know that for many Scorpio rising, those who are single, things are not really working out in their romantic side of life. Jupiter on its own here is not that one doesn't bring love. It's more about friendships, connections, collaborations, partnerships. Venus, you want Venus here. The eclipses are already finished. So what are we looking for? We are looking for Venus, Mars in Taurus. Here, pay attention when Venus is here, when Mars is here. Get yourself out there, whatever that you do, if it's online dating or a different way of dating, whatever works best for you. Although with Uranus in the 7th house, online dating through technology, media, is something that can definitely work in your favor, but you need some positive influences here. And I would say Venus can definitely give you a nice boost along with Mars. So once Venus reaches Taurus, I think this can definitely be a time when you can start, when you will have more luck in this area of life. And on the 25th, we've got a lunar eclipse in Libra at 5 degrees. So we've got the 12th house activation. Of course, with the eclipses, we look at two houses, as the 6th and the 12th house. And the 12th house, yes. So this eclipse is actually connected to a new moon we had back in September 2022. So if you can see what happened in your life, if you can connect the story of your life to that lunar to this lunar cycle or that lunar phase from September 2022, then here you will have a better clarity of what you can possibly expect to happen in your life around this time. Eclipses in the 12th house are very often connected to mental health, or perhaps Any struggles that perhaps you have been experiencing, they will become more visible, more noticeable, more apparent, like overthinking or anxiety. This is very prominent actually with the eclipses here, 6th and the 12th house. This is also connected to some endings. You perhaps hope, well, moving away from some unhealthy habits, routines, smoking, eating, overeating, or overindulgence, or perhaps if you eat too much sugar. Remember, Libra is connected to scale, yes, represents the scale. So any imbalance in your body will show up. Scorpio rising individuals very often suffer from skin issues, water, water retention. Then here with there could be this sort of symptoms: hormonal imbalance, water retention, or skin breakouts. So it's something generally, if you see this kind of symptoms, basically you need to monitor your diet around this time. See whether you're drinking enough, or perhaps if you're eating too much carbs, or this sort of things. You need to generally watch what you eat, how your body responds. Perhaps this is about implementing more exercise, reducing sugar in your diet, this sort of thing, medical health checkups. That's what we are dealing with, this sort of energies around this time. We've got an opposition, an out of sign, Neptune opposition, and this could be related to something to do, for example, with anything to do with imbalance in your body, or some water retention, for example. And that Neptune creates confusion, delusion, lack of clarity. So you might be not sure what's going on. I'm not a medical practitioner, but I enjoy medical astrology. So I'm just kind of giving you some ideas. If you're unsure about anything, then consult a health practitioner. But just this is generally themes that are often prominent here with that Libra energy, and it was definitely the case for me back in October. It was I've had really strange weight problems. I gained a lot of weight, but I then managed to lose it, and I experienced hair loss, which was very, very traumatic actually, and stressful. So yes, so basically, if you notice kind of things, then that's here that Libra lunar eclipse energy, and it's just being it's all about kind of implementing little adjustments to your routine. All right, so we'll explore it further closer to the date. In the meantime, have a good month, and until the next time, bye for now.